The video is Lil Nishmas, I want to thank the Olam for being such an incredible Olam. People tell me they listen to this because it's not more than 6 minutes and 13 seconds, 4 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes. They know it's not going to be more, like we said, than the overtime. So all the people like me that can't listen to Shir too long, so this is the vitamin that they take. So, but besides just listening, the input and the reaction, I was so happily surprised. What a schus that people are so interested in understanding more about tikkun chatzois, to understand what it means tikkun le'atud. What's tikkun? What does the tikkun even mean? So bli neder, we're going to try to focus on that this week. Also with the hilchas avelus. Still, of course, we're still in the shiva itself for Rav Reuven ben Shmuel Yom Tov Zichrono Livracha. So many incredible stories and inspiration that we're getting from this Talmud Chacham, from this person who was such a happy teacher, a happy melamed, an Oved Hashem, someone that, like I said, mentioned that he's really unique in the place that he lived, and the time that he lived, and what he left to us, and the legacy. So we're trying to focus on laws of Avelus Osa, Linu Nishmasai. It's interesting, and I think it's kedai even to make a list. We'll speak about the 9 days, but even in laws of Avelus, people get so lost. There's the books get bigger and the amount of information, but there should be a distinction between what's Shulchan Aruch and what's not. All the different minhagim going around the block. It's interesting. Lubavitcher Rebbe. Listen to this story. Lubavitcher Rebbe. I saw this in Nittig Avil. I was just able to meet him. Such a special posek, and he wrote so many beautiful songs that he quotes. That he asked the Lubavitcher Rebbe also about this. The minute of going around, someone's an Nova, and they get up on the 7th day, they go around the block. Some go around the house 7 times. So the Baal Rebbe did, though, when his father was nifter. Or, I forgot, it was his mother, his father. Anyway, he went around, because that was the minute. But then, he investigated. What's the source? He couldn't find a source for this. So therefore, when his wife was nifter, he didn't even do it. So it's kedai to know there's Shulchan Aruch and then there's minhagim. And hopefully one day we'll be zeicha to make a small kitzur for that. But in the meantime, I want to focus on the laws of Avelus, specifically these 3 weeks that we mentioned, also understanding a little bit about tikkun chatzois, what it's all about. We'll begin tikkun chatzois. If you find who's most related to tikkun chatzois, to the concept of davening chatzois, David HaMelech. Why David HaMelech? The Gemara says in Maseches Brachos, he used to get up at chatzois, he had a harp. The Yerushalmi says that it played by itself, it woke him up, kishmak, an alarm clock. He had the first alarm clock, as far as I know. Besides, of course, the rooster that was much later. So why David HaMelech? The answer is David HaMelech represents Malchus, kingdom. What does it mean, Malchus? But he was focused so much on Yerushalayim, building Yerushalayim up. Why? Because Yerushalayim represents the glory of the Rebbeinu Shalom being revealed as much as possible. When we say, and I was telling my chavurus, when it comes to Kaddish, just to get simple pshat, there's so much to learn about in Hilchos Avos, but Kaddish itself, the words, Iskadal, Iskadash, Shmei Rabo, which means Hashem's name should be great, should be exalted. That whole statement is one statement. And when you say Amen, you're saying, please say Amen to what I just said. Stop. All the Mefarshim explain that's a whole new statement. So the first part itself, we say Kaddish, we hear it all the time. What does it mean? First thing is, Hashem, please, I want your name to be exalted again. I want your name to be revealed. Please, and say Amen. Please say Amen to that. The Olam, when you're speaking, the Kaddish, that's the first Kaddish. Just focus on the words themselves, they're so powerful. But why? Why do we want the Malchus to be revealed? What's so special? So it's kedai to see. There's a choik. Choik means choik. There's an amazing sefer called Choik L'Yisrael, which many people learn. The choik in this week, today, Sunday, speaks about the power of having the Beis Hamikdash. There's so much, of course, but just I get a little bit of a feeling. The Zarkash, I'm going to say this in Lashon HaKodesh. I'm just going to begin. Rabbi Yitzchak says, "V'achalta v'savata v'rachta." We speak about having the Beis Hamikdash built, and we say, people tell me, I don't really relate to it. The Beis Hamikdash is destroyed. I'm going to sit down on the floor and speak about Tikkun Chatzos. People called me and said, we just did Tikkun Chatzos. Tell us what the main point of the Tikkun Chatzos is. The main point is exactly this. Rabbi Yitzchak says, when it says, "V'achalta v'savata v'rachta," you want to know where all the bracha just for eating, forget about everything else. It comes b'schus Yisrael hu noisen mazon v'sevach halaylam. All food comes to the world because of us. But it used to be when the Beis Hamikdash was around, everything came first to us. The Ikka came to us, and what's called the tamtzis, let's call the extract, would go to the rest of the world. Halachas kama v'kama. Kol ha'olam is mekablim, mezainis v'savi keflayim. But the opposite now happens. Now we get the tamtzis, kadesh tamtzis mem yaspik liyisrael, which means the ikka goes to the rest of the world. Now, we're not complaining about the world enjoying wealth and everything else. But the right way, the way it's supposed to be, is Klal Yisrael. Kamen Mosham, we're the children of the Rebbeinu Shalom. We're saying, Rebbeinu Shalom, come back. Let's get back to the right state, the Malchus, the glory of Hashem. And what happens? All the Shef and the world comes because of us. We are to blame for everything, like the UN and everything that's being said about us. But we bring it all down. And when the Beis HaMikdash is around, it's a whole different world. So just the fact, that's what the Yerushalmi says, and it's also Midrash Rabbah, if people knew, if the non-Jews knew, if we knew that when the Beis HaMikdash was on, how much bracha comes, so much more bracha than exists today, we would have guards guarding the Beis HaMikdash. So that's one thing to think about when we're saying Tikkun Chatzos. For 2 minutes, for 1 minute, for 30 seconds, Hashem, please bring it back to that state of glory. Have an amazing day.